So welcome back to the channel. Today, me, Molly, and Leo, we're gonna be discussing the recent chapters, maybe roughly 1032 to 1040, maybe. We're going to briefly breeze through 1032 and onward, and the main events is going to be basically 1040 and the events of Kid and Law versus Big Mom, since that's the recent stuff. And the reason why I decided to start with 1032 is because that's when I stopped doing the live reactions for the One Piece chapters. So I just want to briefly talk about the chapters that I haven't discussed yet, and maybe Leo and Molly, they have opinions that they had while they were reading these chapters. Maybe, I don't know, and I guess I will. We're just going to discuss. So Leo, I know you're up to date, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Basically,
Molly,
I don't remember half of the crap I read, so
and
this is
that's
gonna be
why
fun.
and that's why I have the chapters right here. Um, and Molly, you're
I have
basically
some knowledge.
you're basically up to date. But
Yeah.
yeah, because you keep up to date with Reddit and social media.
Yeah, with the
and
spoilers.
yeah, all that. So okay, so chapter 1032 was the oldest beloved sword. This was the chapter that Hiyori got revealed, if I'm correct. Let me confirm. Yeah, so this was the chapter where Hiyori got, or Komurasaki got revealed that she's in Onigashima. This is the chapter where Oda showed that Emma, for some reason, it reacts to when Hiyori is playing the shamisen. I haven't heard any theories. Well, okay, I guess I heard one. That's basically Odin, his spirit, or his hockey, something related to Odin. It reacts to whenever his family members are nearby, or when they're doing something. And this song that Hiyori is playing is basically a song that she used to play when she was little to Odin. So maybe that's why the blade is reacting. That's the only theory I heard. And also because of this, Zoro got stronger. It was noticeable that because of this reaction, he got stronger, and that's how he managed to fight against King. I guess
Crackhead theories. We're starting
yeah,
early with the crackhead.
yeah.
What if the strings of the instrument are made from the same metal as Enma? And that's
So
the connection.
okay, I know that's just a crackhead theory, but it's the first time I hear that. I don't know. Knowing Oda, anything could happen.
Today I found out that strings are made of metal.
Aren't they
knowing.
usually metal adjacent?
I don't know, I never touched an
kinda.
instrument stuff.
I don't know shit about instruments either, so.
So I guess there's nothing to talk about here, since the most interesting thing was the sword. That moment.
And Zoro finally using Phoenix Cannon after 10 years.
Oh yeah, right here, the 360 caliber Phoenix cannon.
It's been a while since we've seen that one.
You love to see it. Every time with Zoro, he uses a classic attack.
Yeah.
And then he also did the Great Dragon Twister at Sense Fisherman Island. We haven't seen this, and then King, he easily blocks it. But now let's go to 1033, the Shimosuke Kozaburo. I have one thing to mention here, but let me see the pages to see it. So I guess a little fun fact that he looks like I don't know if you two know this. You probably do. That although he drew a human versions of Zoro swords, a human, what's the word I'm looking for?
Gagijinka?
Anthropomorphic?
Yeah. So, and basically Kozaburo, he also did the Wado Ishimonji, Zoro's white sword. And when Oda drew the Wado basically looked like this. So it's interesting.
Clean.
Yeah, the little, if you know, you know. So it's really nice. And then also he mentions Kozaburo, I think in this chapter, that the Marines were hunting him down. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's like, you gonna bring the Marines down my head. So maybe he's a wanted man. He just wants to be peaceful. Why? We don't know. I don't know if Oda is ever going to bring this up again.
We're probably never going to.
Yeah,
Think about
probably.
100 chapters.
Yeah. So, but still, it's interesting to learn a little bit about Kozaburo, and also something interesting that Kozaburo, his philosophy is different from his son. I'm blanking on his name, but Zoro's master. when he was a kid. He has a different philosophy than his son. Kozaburo, his philosophy that swords are made to like kill and destroy and all that, while his son, Zoro's master, his philosophy was that a great swordsman could cut everything, and also cannot cut everything. So it's interesting, to point out the differences. And maybe people are saying maybe because he became bitter as he grew old, since he was creating like very strong blades that could cut things down, whatever. I don't know. But it's interesting
And if
to
he's
point out.
also hunted down by the Marines, it makes sense that his philosophy is more on the killing side.
Yeah, there's that also. That's all for this. And then this is Sanji versus Queen. This is 1034, Sanji versus Queen. This is the conclusion of the Sanji versus Queen fight, if I'm correct. And I guess there's a couple of things I would like to mention here. By the end of this fight, Sanji's eyebrow goes back to normal. This, I guess I mentioned this. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the video. I don't know with who. I don't know if it was with Leo or Molly. But I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. Like I asked, what do you think? Like, do you think he lost his abilities, or does he need to activate it? Like every time he activates, the eyebrows goes the opposite direction, and when he's normal, it goes back to normal. I guess like
It was
Leo.
with me.
I think
We also discussed it.
yeah. So I guess
Yeah,
say
misremember.
yeah. I guess say again. What do you think? Like, do you think he needs to activate it, or he doesn't need to activate it? It's like a passive ability or whatever. I guess say your thoughts about what do you think about Sanji going forward, about his abilities and all that.
My theory is that it's becoming a passive, that he no longer needs the suit, that it's just merging with him essentially. And that's why the eyebrows flipped, because it's no longer the suit enhancing him, it's his own body just used to it.
Okay. And Leo, what do you think?
Pretty much, I pretty much think like it's either gonna be like either that, like what Molly said, or that he's gonna have like two forms, quote unquote, like one where he's emotionless and he's stronger, while one being like normal and he isn't as strong. So
That's
Okay.
interesting.
who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe being misogynist will be stronger. I don't know.
Well, Zoro.
In theory,
Zoro has to be racist for he could be stronger. So,
yeah, these men just need red flags to get stronger.
Yeah, they need red flags. And basically before this this upgrade, a bunch of Sanji haters were saying that Sanji he doesn't has the durability. Like durability was his greatest weakness. At least that was Sanji haters they were claiming. But now because of this, they really have nothing on Sanji. The only thing they have is I guess they just don't like his character. That's like the only thing they have.
I really want to note that I love the name change for the upgraded version.
Yeah,
Because Ifrits are usually like stronger fire spirits.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Ifrit.
really neat.
Yeah, Ifrit Jumbo. And then since I'm here in the Ifrit Jumbo page, it's interesting to know is that I used to point out that it looks like there's like electricity coming out. So fire goes to plasma. So it's way higher, hotter. I wonder if this is going to be white in the anime, like white flames. That would be neat.
It might be blue.
Yeah,
because that way it goes red, blue, and then if he has another upgrade, those can be white.
I just noticed something. So right here is like white, but then right here there's like a color. Right.
Yeah.
Here. Or quote unquote color because it's in black and white. But but yeah, that's interesting.
And making it white would also be a nice matchup to those that believe that the final like marine matchups are gonna be Jesus Christ, it's
Kizaru.
not Kizaru. Yeah, Kizaru versus Sanji, because Kizaru's energy is usually yellow, leaning towards white, so it would be a really nice like parallel.
That's interesting that you pointed that out. Okay, so there's some people, I disagree with this, but there's some people that they say Admiral equals Yonko. There are some people that they think that
the crack of that.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is going to? How do you think they're going to react when Sanji? Because these people are also Sanji haters. What do you think how they're going to react when Sanji defeats Kizaru? What do you think they're going to say?
Kizaru or Green Bull? Because there's also like some parallels leading up to them matching up instead.
well, I say Kizaru for the sake of the argument. It could be whichever, but
Admiral
yo,
nonetheless.
yeah, Admiral. I'm pretty sure these people they're gonna be like, oh, Kizaru, he must be the weakest Admiral, or Kizaru, he's just a fraud, because they hate Sanji, but they also say that Admirals equals Yonko. So with their logic, they're saying that Sanji he's Yonko level, but I know they're never going to admit. I know they're never going to admit that. So they just going to probably backpedal and say that Kizaru he's a fraud, or Green Bull, if he does fight Green Bull, oh Green Bull he's just a fraud, whatever. But I know if
The
Zoro,
thing is,
okay,
real quick, that if admirals were equal to Yonko levels, the Yonkos wouldn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
Because
Pretty
they'd be
much.
outnumbered along
Yeah.
with, the, like, head admiral. That would be 4 versus 1.
Yeah. It just I
Oh,
really don't
crap.
know what I really don't know why did they think this? Like, what did they saw in the story that they're like Ambrose equals Yonko? Like, did they skip Marineford? I don't know. Did they speed through Marineford? Which actually now since I mentioned Marineford, people have been discussing that Whitebeard was the weakest Yonko when he was alive. Do you think so?
They're
Oh
insane.
no.
They're insane.
No way.
Interesting. I'm still thinking about it. Like, I don't think he was like. Okay, it just Whitebeard. He was old and sick. He was very old and sick. He couldn't use Conquerors. He could barely use hockey.
He could use
Marco,
Conquerors.
no,
Do you remember when he met up with Shanks at the boat?
no, but during a fight, because he tried to do it. He tried to do it during the war, and he got a heart attack. Like that, him using Conquerors almost killed him. So, then Marco has said many times throughout the war that if he wasn't sick, he could easily dodge that, or he could easily blocked. But I still, even though he was very sick and all that, I still don't think he was the weakest.
Yeah, absolutely not. To me, he's easily the second strongest.
Yeah, because
under Kaido, like, absolutely.
I guess, okay, sure. if you think that, but yeah, I don't think he was the weakest because he was very built different. Like,
Yep.
yeah, he was insane. But I just wanted to mention that because people have been talking about that recently, and then also you love to see Sanji also. He gave Queen the Kurogi treatment, just in case if you forgot. Kurogi, he's the fishman that he fought in Arlong Park. During that fight, Sanji, he just went ham on Kurogi. I think that's his name. But yeah, he just went ham on him. He doing a bunch of kicks and all that. So you love to see it. And so yeah, that was the end of the fight. And then the Zoro versus King. Now, let me the cover page of the journal. Let me mention that. So my theory, like I mentioned off screen, my theory is that I really hope it doesn't happen because I really don't want this to happen. But I think that Oda, he's going to reveal that Pedro is alive with this cover page. What do you think?
Alive? Maybe they try to like rebuild him a la Kuma type of thing. Like cyborg Pedro looking ass, especially since they're like the Kingdom of Science or whatever.
Like I guess it could lead to that, but like I picture this: you're going to read One Piece, right? And then the cover story is still going on, and then the page is like water, like this one right here is in the ocean, and then there's like a dude in some driftwood, and then turns out it's Pedro. In the next chapter, you learn that it's Pedro. That's what I think that Oda could potentially do. And the reason why I say that is because the last cover story was about Capone, and in that cover story we learned that Pound he's still alive. And it sucks that Oda, he keeps doing these fake out deaths. But like if Pound, like Oda,
He won't do it because it won't be as impactful with Bon Clay. Because I know that Bon Clay's like quote unquote death absolutely ruined people, especially in Impel Down. So seeing him like, Bon Clay.
Yeah, but Bon Clay's still alive. I don't know.
Exactly, that's what I mean. We assumed he was dead, and then it was revealed that they were alive.
Yeah.
Like a couple hundred chapters later, but whatever.
Yeah, it was definitely 100 like chapters later. It's crazy.
Like it was a while.
Yeah,
But I don't think they'll do it again because that would be doing the same thing he did with Bon Clay, a well-loved character that died and then like off-screen they're alive.
I don't know. You know, although he really hates his, I mean, he really loves his fake out deaths. You know, like later we're going to discuss the Kinemon and Kiko situation. You know, he really loves his fake out death, and I hope he doesn't because that scene was really good with Pound him sacrificing himself and all that. You know, all that jazz. But since he did I mean, what I said? I said him sacrificing himself. But you know, he did that. He brought Pound back in the last cover story. So I feel it. I just feel that all he's going to do that. I don't know. Like,
I think he would invalidate that scene between Carrot and Sanji after like Pedro's death.
Yeah.
Because usually with these fake out deaths, the Straw Hats don't acknowledge the death. But in this case with Pedro, they did acknowledge it. Because like with Kinemon and with Kiku, none of the Straw Hats were like, you know, they're dead. Oh no, so sad.
Yeah.
With Bon Clay, it didn't happen either. Luffy didn't even think about it twice. But then with Pedro, the Straw Hats did see it, and you know they went through it with like Carrot and all that. So I don't think he would go as far as to invalidate that scene, purely because Straw Hats were involved in this one.
Okay, I see what you mean, but like I'm saying, I hope it doesn't happen. So I feel like he could go down that route. You know,
the potential is definitely there, but again, just because of the Straw Hat involvement, I don't think.
Yeah, I hope so. And then, so yes, Sanji defeated Queen. And this fight, I mean, this chapter, in this chapter, Zoro defeats King also. So, let's see. Yeah, he does the attack. He sees that he's black. He gets stronger. Oh, okay. I really love King's design. Like him without
so handsome, dude.
Him without the mask and all that. Like before.
It's fantastic.
Before the reveal, King was okay. Like I wasn't like a huge fan of his design, but it was okay. It was like no Karakuri. You know, in my opinion, it was like no Conquerors. Yeah. Even though it's like the same style, like leather or whatever, but still, like it was like no Conquerors. But now, him without the mask, and then you see his
King
hair.
top category for me, and that's saying a lot because I was in love with that man.
I know you were. That's I'm surprised to hear that. Okay, but yeah, it's a really good design. Now, speaking of design, let me look up. Okay, right here. This is perfect. So, you see that he has this little like tattoo right here. So, people have been theorizing that that dragon, he's probably maybe part Lunarian. You know, that Garp, he married a Lunarian, and then dragon was born, so he's like part Lunarian. And so Luffy, he's also part Lunarian also, and that's how he could do the fire. Like I know, Oda he explained that it's because of the friction and all that, but Oda could low-key retcon that, or not like retcon it, or like change it.
Because I mean, it's the same. Like it could still be the friction, and that's just how Lunarians get it to work, just on a different level. Yeah.
Because canonically, Oda hasn't. I'm pretty sure he hasn't explained that in the story. I think he has explained that in like another material like the SBS or. You know, like outside of the story. So he could, easily retcon it to be Lunarian ability or explain that Lunarians, that's how they do the fire-based attacks. But anyway, going back to the dragon thing, the reason why people say that is because, Dragon, he has that tattoo on his face. Like it's not the same as King's, but it's still like he still has a tattoo. He's also dark skin, not as dark as King, but still, he's light skin.
What about Wiper though? Wiper also has face tattoos.
Also, okay, so that also people are saying that could just be something that the Sky people they do, since he has one. So yeah, so it just that's like a theory that maybe that's how come that dragon could be Lunarian because of that. And as a section Luffy, he's also Lunarian because of that. Another thing for this dragon Lunarian theory is that's why dragon he hates the world government, because they wipe out his race. Maybe dragon was alive when that happened. We're not sure how long ago that happened, the extinction of the Lunarians, but if it happened recently, so maybe that's why
I mean, yeah, it's recent enough so that King remembers it. Sorry, Lo, go on.
Oh, go on.
No, it's just that at least it was recent enough for King to remember it and for King to have been born.
Yeah.
So
Actually, yeah,
however old he is, just add like 1 year, maybe 2.
Or
That
maybe
could make sense.
or maybe Lunarians, they age differently. They age like giants.
Yeah, that too.
That could be a reason also. So
Possibly.
maybe it happened a long time ago, but since King aged differently, maybe that's
Yeah.
what he knows. Yeah. But we still don't know, of course. And not sure if Oda is ever going. I don't know if Oda is ever going to bring it up. Probably.
So you mentioned
yeah.
dragon. And what side of his face does dragon have the markings?
On his.
Check that for you.
On his. Is my right his left?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's triangular. It's not circular.
True, but we haven't.
I will also note that.
True, but we haven't seen any other Lunarian. So King is literally the only thing. King is the only thing we have going for.
I mean, if anything, his tattoos resemble Chandrian's more than any others. Because I think Galgara also had face tattoos.
Yeah, he also has face tattoos. Same thing, and Wiper also has face tattoos.
And in circular shapes.
Who's the Skypians?
Yep. Because Wiper's is a crescent moon, Calgaris are around his eyes, also in crescents.
And also, yeah, not that since you mentioned the moon, every race they have a connection with the moon. So, again, same thing with the Lunarians. Also, their names is they have moon in their name. So eventually, Oda is going to explain all this about the sky races and every race connections with the moon, all that. A very old theory is that each race came from a moon, since there's like 8 or 7 moons in One Piece. So each race came from a moon, and that's why there's like the connections with the moon. And that
and maybe, Lunarian confirmed. And Ellis a Lunarian confirmed.
And
no,
well, he said he's from Brecca. That's like the Sky Island next door from Skypiea.
Oh.
Yeah. But actually, now since you mentioned Enno, I just remember also a very old theory about Enno, that he's actually not a Breccan. He's actually a Celestial Dragon, that he ended up in Breccan for some reason. And and that's why he doesn't have wings. Now you could say that he just cut his wings off, or he could add the drums, or whatever they're called. I just call them drums because I don't know what they're called.
The Thunder Rising drums.
Yeah. And also he didn't know about rubber, so you could spin it. That so he's a Celestial Dragon. He's so disconnected from the world that he doesn't know what is rubber, or he's a Breccan. He's from the sky. They don't know rubber, because they use the cloud metal for basically everything. So either way, you could spin it for either theory, that in favor that he's a Breccan or in favor that he's a Celestial Dragon. Either way, it's a cool theory. Either way, if it turns out he was a Celestial Dragon. Also, another thing in favor for him being Celestial Dragon is that Luffy, Endo kept saying that he was like the natural enemy of God, because since he could touch them and all that. And the D clan, they're mentioned by Law, I think Sengoku, and other characters. The D clan, they're the natural enemy of God. So that's like
another. It's like a bit of a reach, but like that's a good comparison. Like that's a good parallel.
That's the word I was looking for. Parallel. Yeah, it's a good parallel. It's a stretch, but it sounds.
It
good.
Works.
It works.
Like it looks good on paper.
Yeah, it looks good on paper, but a bunch of One Piece theories look good on paper. So Yeah. This was interesting. Kaido freeing King, and what was his name? The Arbor. I like the name Arbor. Isn't that wood? If I'm correct, Arbor.
It's either that or a multitude of trees, like una boreada.
Yeah. The reason I thought it was wood because of Shouder, the Arbor trees. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. So, well, anyway, what's interesting that a young Kaido. Okay, I love seeing very young Kaido because it reminds me of Roger and Luffy. You know, like this
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, this guy. He's like ready for adventure. He's smiling.
Yeah.
It's just a completely different vibe. And I love to see it. I eat this up. And then
It's also really nice to see Punk Hazard in the back.
yeah. Well, I guess it could be Punkcaster. We don't know, but
Oh, I thought it was semi-confirmed because it looks identical to the cover page of Punk Hazard.
we still don't know. But now that you mention it, I guess it could be Punkcaster. I just noticed this tree right here. That's just like a random tree. if all the do, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna. If all drew it, maybe it's important. I'm not sure. I don't know. Or maybe this is like the connection that his name means tree or whatever. It could mean nothing, but also could mean something. I don't know. But also it was interesting that King, he thought that Kaido was Joy Boy. I think we learned this in the next chapter. But either way, you know that Kaido says that he's the only one who could change the world. You know, I love Code Geass. I know Leo hasn't seen Code Geass, but you know, I love, but I know Molly has seen it, or you know, yeah. So Kaido, he thought he was Lelouch, and you know, he was like to change the world, whatever. But yeah, they continue the fight, and then Zoro, he notices that King has a weakness that every time when the fire goes away, he could like hurt him. So I you know, if I was King, I would just keep the fire on, or maybe the fire takes away stamina, maybe that's why he didn't kept the fire always active. And then this is really cool. This right here, the Imperial Guardian Fire Dragon, very long name, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah. And then Zoro, King of Hell, 3 Dragon style, 100. Like Zoro was like, I could one up you with the long name, King of Hell, 3 Dragon style, 100.
Manning got no originality. He saw the Aoyama from Sanji once. Yoink, that's for me. Future reference. Saw this man do a move. Yoink, let's go.
I wonder what's the significance of 103.
Probably a Buddhist reference, because all his like strongest attacks are like references to Buddhism and all that. You know, like the 3, like Ishidai Dyson. You know, Ishidai Dyson 3000 Worlds. But yeah, there's you know, the CKK, Zoro killing Kaido.
Who's king?
Technically got confirmed. He killed dragon. He slayed a dragon.
You're so fucking right.
He did slay a dragon. This is the dragon looks exactly like Kaido. So yeah.
I just noticed a running theme of fiery images in this arc.
Yeah.
First,
man really wants Sakamoto on the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, like first this fire dragon, then Big Mom having mommy issues.
And also there's the Komainu and all the other fire animals in Wano. But since I'm here in this page, do you think this is lava? I'm pretty sure this is lava right here.
It kind of looks like it, or will likely be animated like that.
Yeah, because this is how Oda draws lava, so I'm pretty sure. Also, yeah, Zoro using Conquerors. Let's talk about this very briefly. But Zoro fanboys, you know, they always hype Zoro up, you know, of course, and they cap a lot. So they're saying, you see this strand, this right here, like this electricity right here. So yeah. So Zoro fanboys are saying that this is way more impressive than whatever Luffy's doing. This right here. This.
Huh?
Now let me go to the next page, because I mean not next chapter. I will go back to this very quickly, but let's go to, I think it's in this chapter, or okay, I will get to it when I get to it. But they're comparing this moment with what Luffy's doing on the roof, and they're saying this was more impressive than whatever Luffy has done. They're saying that Zoro Conquerors Haki is stronger than Luffy's, even though Luffy's affinity to Haki's Conquerors. Zoro is armament and Sanji is observation. So it's just Zoro fanboys. It's just Zoro fanboys being Zoro fanboys. They're saying that King, he's more impressive than Kaido, yeah, because they want to hype Zoro up. You know that I guess I will. Yeah, they're saying crazy stuff. And I guess I will bring this topic back up later when we get to the Luffy stuff, and also Kid and Law versus Big Mom stuff, because you know, I guess to talk about some power scaling a little bit later. So now this color spread. I don't remember the full theory, but basically one of the things is that although he recently he been drawing the tiger a lot, right? Most of the time the tigers were Luffy, and he's been doing that throughout the whole series. But recently he been like hammering in the tiger and Luffy, and then so basically one dude mentioned that maybe during the Kaido fight, Luffy activates either a new Gear 4th form called Tiger Man, or Gear 5th is gonna be called Tiger Man. That's
I've heard
basically-
the Tiger Man theory going around for like a good while.
Yeah. And then the fire, people say that's probably
Sorry
gonna be
about that.
that's probably gonna be relevant with the Tiger Man. I don't know. Maybe instead of fire, it's like actually the real hockey or whatever. There was something about the every drop in the ocean counts. There was something about that I forgot. And then also the numbers, Zoro's, Jinbei's,
Crew members,
Ibargi.
right? Like the order of joining.
Yeah, is that, but I forgot what was the theory that the numbers they hint at something, because although it does that a lot in the cover spreads, that he hints at future events with numbers.
Oh.
And
That's what the dude with the numberology theory had going on. Like, is that what he used as a reference, or did he use like the syllables or something?
No, that's a that's a whole different topic.
Okay.
No, that's a whole different topic. But still, people were using the numbers to predict something. I forgot. I completely forgot. But I guess I could send you the links to the video. I'm pretty sure it's short, but the video
It's adorable, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's a really good color spread.
He looks so cute.
Yeah. So Zoro defeated King right here. This is what was this? 1036. It's Bushido is the way of death. That's the name of the chapter. Yeah, right here. Kaido, he's laughing because he's like, King, do you still believe I'm Joy Boy, whatever? That's interesting. So what are the criteria of Joy Boy? I'm pretty sure we talked about this in previous videos, and a bunch of other people has talked about this also. But we really still don't know what are the criteria of Joy Boy. Is Joy Boy a title? Is it like a reincarnation? We just don't know. But it's still interesting that at one point in Kaido's life, he thought he was Joy Boy, or King thought that Kaido was Joy Boy. And then also you love to see it. You always love the first mates, and they always believe in their captain. They they have like a strong bond, like Luffy and Zoro, and Ken and Keller. Zoro being Edgelord,
King shit. Absolute king shit.
The King of Hell. Do you think do you ever think his pirate nickname is going to change, because he's no longer a pirate hunter, he's no longer a bounty hunter? So do you think this is going to be his new nickname, King of Hell, or is it going to be something else?
Yeah, I would hope not, because there's something about a pirate hunter Zoro that's like so sick. And to be fair, he still hunts down pirates.
Yeah,
just with the ones that Luffy points at.
Yeah, technically he does. But I always wonder if their nicknames are ever going to change. Like for example,
I hope not.
Yeah, like for example, let's say Luffy does gives the Straw Hat back to Shanks. Is Luffy still gonna be called Straw Hat Luffy? He's no longer has the Straw Hat. But yeah, that's just something to think about if that ever happens. And then what is this? Oh yeah, update on the Big Mom versus Kid. This is just an update chapter, nothing too crazy. But let's talk about this.
Usopp panel. Yeah,
let's talk about this. So, what I guess, what do you guys think about Kiku and Kinemon still being alive? Are you angry? Do you hate this, or do you love it? Are you indifferent? You don't care? What do you think?
No surprise there, honestly.
Set at it. Because think of this from okay, yeah, sure, of course Luffy's the fucking protagonist, it centers around him or whatever. I just don't think Momonosuke deserved a loss like that. I'm glad that they're alive, because Momonosuke doesn't have to go through losing his one father adjacent figure, and then a woman that really fucking cared for him. I'm glad that they're alive, because we don't have to see a 12-year-old child grieving again.
Well, 12-year-old, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a child in appearance.
Yeah, I see. You mean mentality?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's fucked up to know that he's basically a man-child now.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm still not fully okay with this. It's like but the thing that Usopp says here makes it kind of better. You know, like it makes this a little bit better. I'm still not a huge fan of it, but well, I'm not like one of those people who say that although he's a fraud, he's trash because he keeps doing this. Yeah, at this point I'm used to it. Like this is what he
If there's
does.
anything wrong with keeping characters alive, like this is gonna be a little tangent, but like I'm so sick of media just like constantly killing off characters, either for like shock value or like for the plot or just for the sake of killing them because they don't want to do anything more with them. It's nice that even though it's a fake out, these people still get to have happy endings essentially. Like they get to be alive, they get to experience the rest of their life, and in el caso de Kinemon, he gets to experience the rest of his life with his fucking wife.
Yeah,
Kiku keeps to keep going as well. Like it's nice that even though it's a fake out, these people get to experience life to the fullest.
Yeah, that's basically all those excuse to doing fake out deaths.
Even if it's
Because
an excuse, I'm happy with it. Let people live. Let people have happy endings.
because I think that there was an old interview a long time ago that or was it I think it was either a SBS or interview that he mentioned that growing up he hated when in his favorite shows his favorite characters died, so he just didn't want to because he thinks that that this character is someone's favorite character, so
And I respect that grind of keeping people alive.
like
Fuck Ace though.
yeah, because I was gonna say although those has exceptions, like Ace and Whitebeard and so far Pedro, and other characters, but like I understand both sides. I understand your side because that's like Oda's opinion on the subject. I understand the other people's side. It's just I'm not like that hardcore. There's like some people they really don't like this. I'm just I will complain about it. I will complain about it, but I'm not going to rage over it. You know what I mean? So yeah, or maybe like maybe Oda does kills him eventually, just not now. I don't know. But the explanation of Kinemon still being alive, I'm okay with it. That because Law didn't connect Kinemon back together like himself, that's why he survived the cut, the stab. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the explanation because in Punk Hazard we saw the Straw Hats disassemble and reassemble Kinemon multiple times. So Oda did set that up. That Kinemon he still could basically detach himself because Law hasn't fully attached him yet. So I'm okay with the explanation. So, but some people are not, of course. But it's whatever. This is a really cool scene. Iso showing up. I love that Iso he called Usopp by his pirate nickname, God Usopp, and then Usopp he's like, oh, you know about me. That's really cool. And then I guess let me briefly mention the Fukurokushu versus Raizo fight. Some people don't like it. Like, of course, it's just them standing there. But I'm fine with it because Raizo he developed as a character because Raizo was the one who was complaining about the boiling of the heat of the boiling pot during Odin's execution, and then here, a fire this mild can make me sweat. So he developed as a character, and that's really cool to see. And then of course in the most recent chapter, Raizo he's like covered in flame while Fukurokushu he's down on the floor begging for water. So it's really
practically
nice.
practically showing for Uncle.
Yeah, so it's a really nice development for Raizo. And although yes he spends panels on this, it's just quick updates. So I'm okay with it. But I know people on Twitter they're very tired of this. Like, oh, can we just move on already? Whatever. But I'm okay with it. It's like a nice little update. On that fight. Apu still standing. I'm surprised.
King.
I'm very surprised that also Drake, he got off screen. It's hilarious. He got off screen. Do you think Drake, he's down for the count at this point?
He's gonna be resting like 10 minutes and then he's gonna scurry off somewhere.
He's gonna be
Maybe.
limping.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's gonna be fine.
Leo, you don't watch the anime, and I'm pretty sure. Like I know you don't watch the anime, and Molly, I'm pretty sure you see clips every now and then.
Yeah, I
right?
only watch clips.
Yeah. So, one of the recent episodes, they reveal. Okay, do you guys remember? There was one chapter. There was a chapter where Drake, he went to the Straw Hats for help and all that. So in this chapter, what's his name? Hawkins, he reveals that there's a guy that he has 1% of surviving this battle. Do you remember that?
Yeah, a lot of people were theorizing it would be Drake.
Yeah, that it will be Drake or Luffy, Kaido himself, Hawkins like talking about himself, or any other character, right? So in the manga, we never got, to this day, we still haven't got an answer to that. But in the anime, they clarify that Drake was talking about Alfu. I mean, not Drake. I mean, that Hawkins was talking about Drake.
Drake.
So it's nice to know, that they clarify that. Now we know who is the 1% man. It's Drake, and now because of this, now because of this, since he got off screen or whatever, and CP0, they probably know that Drake, he's probably was it
Marine.
Sword? Yeah. Sword. So maybe they will come back and kill Drake. Maybe because the reason why they're here is to kill Who's Who, since Who's Who, he knows a lot, and also to get Robin. But maybe they will come back and kill Drake. But hopefully, since he's a Asian Sloan, so his regeneration, his hitting factor is probably very high. So he's probably going to stand up from this. Yeah, it's probably going to take a while, but he will get there. And then I'm very surprised that Apu, he's still kicking. Taking the Ishnis on some from Zoro. Drake bit him. What else? Like Apu been taking hits, and I'm surprised he's still around. Just getting updates on everyone. What else?
And now for the main attraction.
Now this right here. This is what I was talking about. So Zoro fanboys were saying that the thing that the thing that Zoro did is way more impressive than whatever Luffy is doing right now. They're on crack. They're on crack. The reason why is because they say that this right here, splitting the sky, is not as impressive as whatever Zoro is doing.
We've seen 3 sky splits in this entire thing. And it was Big Mom Kaido, Roger and Whitebeard, and now this one. Whitebeard and Shanks. And now this, are you insane?
And tell me what those characters have in common.
Conquerors?
besides that.
Built different?
Okay, but yeah, basically they're all Yonko level characters.
Yeah.
So and Zoro, he's obviously not Yonko level. So I don't know. Zoro fanboys, they're
insane that they'll see a sky split that we've only seen 4 times before, and they're like, whatever, that's baby shit.
It's nothing impressive. Like I heard this fact before. I still don't know if this is true. That clouds are actually heavy. I don't know if this is a true fact. So splitting the sky is very impressive because they split.
My God.
I mean, they could support the flamingo's weight.
That's true.
Yeah, true. But that's just anime logic with him using the strings, and it's cool though. I remember seeing that scene for the first time. I'm like, oh, this is insane. This is really cool how he uses a string or whatever. But anyway.
Oh my God. When I first saw it, I thought he just slingshot himself like an Angry Bird.
That's really funny.
Yeah. But now I'm picturing him doing that like an Angry Bird. Okay, but yeah, they're on crack. They're built different. Not as much as the Kid fanboys. The Kid fanboys are a different breed. So yeah, this is very impressive what Luffy is doing. He's doing all this in base form. That's just insane.
Yeah.
And
Hybrid Kaido is so handsome. Don't at me. Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
Of course. I'm not surprised. I'll be very surprised if you didn't mention it at one point throughout the video. But yeah, it's very cool. Kaido, I love this. Kaido, he's enjoying the fight. Luffy, he's enjoying the fight. Kaido, he's laughing. Luffy is laughing. And the rock gun is a really cool new ability in Luffy's attacking Luffy arsenal. And
I told you, Rock is Dragon's dad. This is a direct correlation to that. I'm onto something.
What do you say that? I don't remember this.
Oh, this was in the top 30 video that I mentioned that Sebek is probably Dragon's dad, and now we're seeing Luffy use, rock gun, and he was part of the Rock's pirates. I'm onto something.
Okay. I was like struggling to connect, but okay, now I see. It's a different spelling, but I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
My words. It's gonna happen again. Mark my words.
I mean, isn't Rock well a K like a bird?
Yeah,
like
it's
a mythical bird.
Thing. It's which I didn't know that in mythology, the rocks, they like fight dragons and all that. So, it's really it's really cool.
What? His name's Dragon? It keeps adding up.
It keeps. Okay, you're going with okay, but yeah. Let's see, what's this? I already mentioned the cover page. About the German stuff. Do you? Okay, I guess I will ask this now. Do you think the citizens of Wano they're ever going to notice Onigashima coming their way? I asked that because the recent chapter, Law from what we could tell he hit he silenced the bomb, like. So do you think they're ever going to notice what is happening? Because every arc,
think so.
You don't think so?
Like it's a festival going on, right?
Yeah. Like there's gonna be a lot of noise. Plus, is Onigashima on top of Wano yet on the capital, or is it like still a few ways off?
Basically, every time that Oda, he doesn't do it in this chapter, but like in previous chapters, he draws everything at an angle where you could see the silhouette of Onigashima approaching the capital. It's not like over it yet, but it's like right there. Like if anyone,
so it's still on top of them.
Like if anyone looks up, they will see the silhouette. They will just, they will be drunk, so they will like, oh, it's nothing, whatever.
Like who looks up during a festival? Unless it's for like fireworks.
Yeah,
it's like that one Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Don't Look Up. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, so
it's actually good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. For me, everything he does is good. So, but yeah. Because someone did brought this up. I saw a video recently that I think this is gonna be, the only arc where the citizens, they're not, or I guess now I'm thinking about Zero Village. It's another arc that this happens. But anyway. There's gonna be one of the few arcs where the villagers, they're not going to know what is happening. They're gonna be unaware of everything, because at the end of every arc, although he loves like the civilians to know what's happening and see the villain get defeated, or they be part of the defeat of the villain or whatever. So, I guess now that I think about it, I guess this will be one of the few arcs where that happened, where the civilians, they will not know anything, and then tomorrow morning when they wake up, like the scabbards or the alliance are gonna be like, oh, Kaido got defeated, and you're all free. So that'll be nice, I guess. I
mean, I'm pretty sure like I have a theory like they might notice in the end, just so they could like see Momonosuke as Odin, like as the second coming of Odin.
Yeah.
Like
also,
they dethrone Orochi.
Like
that would be a perfect way of setting that up. So
yeah, I also want that to happen, because that's like a bunch of people are saying that Momo, he's going to go back in human form, and in his human form he's like going to hold up Onigashima, and it's going to be parallel to what Odin did with in the boiling oil, and his execution. And that will be Momo's hour of legend moment. But seeing how everything's going, I don't think that's going to happen now. I don't know. Momo has successfully pushed Onigashima away. Like he has gone. Onigashima now is further away from the capital. So currently, I don't see that happening. I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about the drunk Kaido. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts. I do have one right here. This moment right here. A couple of people have mentioned this. Sadly, not that many people have mentioned this, but I did notice that Kaido, he looks way different. I don't know if you guys are seeing it.
The scales are a little different.
And he looks more muscular. He looks rounder. And look at his nose.
My man got a Rock Lee drunk monk upgrade.
Yes, he did.
That's what happened.
He did. But look at his nose. One dude did point out that he looks like do you remember the beast from Impel Down, like the demon guards?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you remember that they're the only awakened soul we've seen throughout the series. So people pointed out this kind of looks like awakening Kaido. Like maybe he's not fully there, but he's kind of there.
He awakens when he's drunk.
Yeah. And also someone also pointed out that Luffy did something similar to this. That Luffy, he was so good with his soul transformation that he could make himself buffer or skinnier.
Yeah.
And one of Luffy's like buff form, his nose was like this, like rounded, and he looked like this. So maybe Kaido's doing the same.
One Piece got people down so bad they're looking at nose shapes and comparing them.
Do you? I'm pretty sure you remember. I'm pretty.
No, I remember, but like that's how down bad people are. They're just like, oh my god, you remember the nose shape in Impel Down, and then the one in Enies Lobby. Look at that, same thing.
No,
people are insane.
I remember when you told me about the shoes of the people.
Yes,
they were comparing shoes.
I was going to mention that.
They could know about Kyle's subordinates.
Yes, I was going to mention that. That there was also during a break week, if I'm correct, that the chapter ended with we're seeing the Flying Six, and we only see their shoes, like they're walking, and we only see the shoes, and then people were saying that the guy in the front, his shoes matches Jin's shoes from
Touch Grass.
I remember talking about this with you guys. Like I sent the screenshots and everything, but that was a while ago. Now I think
actually touch grass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it was hilarious though. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's really fucking funny.
Yeah, because some people
break week sleep people insane.
Yeah. So because some people were convinced that yes, this is Jin. He's back. Let's go. He made the promise. He made the promise to Sanji. Let's see each other.
Oh my god.
Let's see each other in the Grand Line. But technically, the New World is part of the Grand Line. But you know what I mean.
This is one of the problems with the human mind. They start seeing patterns that aren't there.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that's the thing about One Piece theories. You start seeing patterns, and then like me talking about the
you
nose
spiral.
thing. Yeah. Me talking about the nose thing could be nothing, but it just we have seen this before, so we have seen this.
You can't say shit because you were pointing at a tree in the background like 20 minutes ago.
I know. I was.
You're one of those people.
I am one of those people. It's like those tweets. They're like, like you know what I'm talking about. Those tweets that like, people be like, the I am people.
Yeah, me, I'm people.
Yeah, me, I am people. Yeah, I am people. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's just something fun to talk about. Let's see what else. Luffy also does comments that Kaido's hockey got stronger. So yeah, he mentions that his hockey.
That drunk face.
Yeah, he's like, damn, that hurts. It's like the first time in a while that Luffy has mentioned that he got that the attack hurt. And also this is like all the because some people were very annoyed that only Luffy is the one getting strong throughout these fights, not the villain. But I guess it's, there's like all the like no, the villain they also
how the
strong.
table's table.
How the table. There's like all the way saying that the villains they also get strong during the fights. But we don't know if this is like only during drunk or is this like Kaido is getting stronger. And then Luffy with the holy chanclas, holy, you know. Yeah, I think I did mention this with Leo, or I know I mentioned this in the video, that there was this old theory that people thought that Rayleigh's chanclas were made out of sea stone, and that's how he hurt Kizaru during his
So
interaction.
stupid.
Yeah, it's hilarious, but still, because people didn't do hockey, so they're like, he's wearing sea stone chanclas. But yeah, ever since that, because that theory was brought up again, like this guy who has been in the community for years, and he did a video talking about old theories that he has heard throughout the years, and that was one of them. So because ever since that, people have been saying Luffy with his holy chanclas, you know.
Beloved.
Yeah. And,
Luffy being a Latina mom.
Yeah, it's what he deserves.
yeah,
I mean, he's
because-
Filipino coded, so like.
or Brazilian.
No, right, Brazilian. My bad. It's one of the two.
Yeah, Latino. You know, one of the two.
Yeah, Latino
Yeah.
adjacent.
Yeah, and then I guess I like that, and the live action Luffy, he's Mexican. He's
Yeah.
Latino. It's nice. But yeah,
We should
him-
talk about the cast sometime.
Oh yeah, I guess. I guess we should like talk about the behind the scenes, all that, because there's been a few behind the scenes stuff. Angry drunk Kaido, and also this this is hilarious and also cool. That Kaido's Gatling, he's just moving the club very
Yeah.
fast, and this is like his Gatling. It's called Meteor Shower. He thinks he's a Toriko character. Leo, you'll understand. You'll understand that reference once you get to that moment. Meteor Spice, Meteor Spice peak fiction right there. But but yeah, he thinks he's Meteor off on Toriko, and then them hitting Share blows for blow. Bart, it's really cool. You love to see it. Luffy, this right here. Let me talk about this briefly. Alright, so one YouTuber pointed out a while ago, and I also noticed this also, but I didn't have the channel at that time, so I didn't talk about it. But one YouTuber pointed out that Luffy, he has like a weakened Gear third form. So like he's been using throughout Wano, he's been using Gear third without blowing on his like thumb. So he thinks this is him going Gear third right here, or this could just be perspective, honestly, but it kind of just looks like a Gear third attack.
Yeah.
And then he combined Gear second somehow, and he uses like this crazy Gear third, Gear second combination right here. But anyway, I just wanted to point out that throughout Wano, Luffy has been using Gear third while blowing on his thumb.
See,
Question.
Since
when does Gear Turret on Luffy like when he uses it on his like doesn't blow out the sandals? Cause I remember when it got introduced like it's so like it broke the sandal apart because of how big his leg got. Well, in this perspective we could see like it's still attached to his
Papi,
foot.
didn't you hear him? It's the sea stone chanclas.
it's the sea stone chanclas. No, but to answer your question, Oda did mention a long time ago in the SBS that because someone asked, why does Eight's hat doesn't burn up, or like his clothing, and why does Luffy clothing expands when he does Gear third or whatever. Oda mentions
Logic.
that
Hulk logic.
that no, but yes, but no, that basically the Devil Fruit user's ability like gonna say so, wherever the person's wearing gets affected by the Devil Fruit, basically. Like that's why Ace, when he goes on fire, his clothes also go on fire, but they're okay. And that's why when Luffy does like a Gear third attack, everything spans with him. Yeah, but but now I think about it, because I'm like picturing when he did Gear third for the first time. Because remember when his weakness for Gear third was he became small, and when he became small, everything his clothing became small, his hat became small, everything became small. So, like the Devil Fruit affects the clothing basically, and that's like all the way. For him, every time when Luffy does like a Gear 3 or whatever, his clothes doesn't break. That's like his like way to explain it. Now, this is here's a little side dish right here. It's not the main course, but it's a side dish. The Gorosei talking about a Pacific Dark Fruit. I'm pretty sure we talked about this in other videos, but I guess let's talk about it again here to see if you guys have heard any new theories. I know Molly, she probably has a tinfoil theory. Maybe Leo has something new to talk. I don't know. I just want to hear you two talk for a bit. Do you have any theories about this?
Tunisia ate a fruit.
That's
it.
What? Did I say that again?
Tunisia's the one that ate the fruit.
Okay. And what about you, Leo? What do you think?
I was gonna ask like, is it possible that it wasn't Tunisia? Because like it would be too on the nose, honestly.
That is a possibility, and that's what.
Yeah, because
that's what-
someone was saying, I remember someone I don't remember if it was Twitter or Reddit that someone said like there might be someone hiding the name of the devil fruit.
Yes.
Because like supposedly, apparently, like when someone eats the devil fruit, like they already know the name of their ability. Like
Yes.
like Luffy already knows that he's Gomu Gomu. Law already knows he's Up or OP or whoever. And there's a possibility that some character, has been hiding the true name of their devil fruit.
And I guess
that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, to add to that, so I was watching a live reaction, and yeah, someone super chatted that theory that someone's probably lying about the devil fruit. And the dude, the live reactor, he quickly thought about Law because he's a schemer, and he's a schemer, so maybe he will lie
lies
about
a lot.
Yeah, so maybe he will lie about his fruit. But to counter that, everyone wanted the OP Nomi, and the girls say they were talking like they really want no one to get this fruit, and like if they do get it, they hope that no one learns the truth about this devil fruit. So and everyone wanted the OP Nomi, so I don't think it's the OP Nomi. And the other theory is that it's on Luffy's devil fruit, because Luffy, he ate the fruit when he was a kid, and Shanks told Luffy it was the Gum Gum fruit, or was Lucky Roo. Someone told Luffy it was the Gum Gum fruit, and as a kid, Luffy, he probably ignored the voice in his head saying that, yo, this is the fruit, and so he just stuck with the Gum Gum fruit. And I guess in favor of this theory that it's the Gum Gum fruit, during the second round of Luffy versus Kaido, when Luffy lost, Kaido, he threw Luffy to the sea, and Kaido, he says, he laughs, and he's like, what was it again? Gomu Gomu, and then he laughs. So either Kaido, he probably knows a lot. He knows way more than
he lets on.
Yeah, he lets on. So maybe he knows about the devil fruit thing, and him saying, what was it again? Gomu Gomu is probably him, like, all those like hinting that it's the Gum Gum fruit, and Kaido, he knows about that, or against the Gomu Gomu with that scene. You could also spin it that Luffy, he did a new ability, and Kaido, he's just laughing at Luffy's at Luffy technique, at the technique that he just did, and it's just laughing at the fruit. Either way, you could spin it however you want, and then the reason why people say it's the Gum Gum fruit, because the girls say that fruit hasn't awakened for years. Now you could interpret it as no one has eaten the fruit for years, or no one has awakened the awakening abilities for years, for centuries, or whatever. Now, if they're talking about the Gum Gum fruit, people say that maybe the awakening of the Gum Gum fruit is to erase things. Like, since he's rubber, like a goma, like a eraser,
like an actual eraser, like
an
rubber
actual
eraser.
Yes. Or that Luffy, he could stretch time, or he could erase time.
Huh?
Some wild.
The JoJo shit gotta stop. Like, I know you like part 4, but stop.
But it's just some wild theories about Luffy awakening. I just think he just could. I just think he could just make things into rubber. Those that simple. You don't need to.
Like I didn't
you
know
don't
Luffy
need to
was
make.
Dio.
Yeah, you don't need to make this like. You don't need to make Luffy's fruit that insane. The thing what I love about the Gun Fruit is like it's just rubber, and Luffy
Yeah,
is
like it's a
just
very simplistic, like very simple, but like very versatile.
yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
know how to use it, if you're clever enough.
Mm-hmm. And Luffy, he's obviously clever enough,
Yep.
and that's what I love about like Rubber's ability. Not just Luffy, but Rubber ability in general, like in comic books and all that. So, but I don't think it's the Gun Fruit. It could be, but I don't think so. Now, Kid fanboys they think it's the Magnet Fruit because no, but wait, hear me out. It makes sense. It kind of makes sense. Like I could give them this much. That his we already seen Kid awakening, right? And it's not that impressive. But maybe if Kid like trains enough with his Devil Fruit, the Kid fanboys are saying that the reason why they think it's Kid's Devil Fruit is because he could change the magnetism of the earth and like the log poles, and he could like basically he could mess things up, like with the
Yeah, like
compasses, and he could mess things up like really badly. So
yeah,
that's why they say it's the magnet fruit. Yeah, I guess it's like it gives more relevant, like it makes Kid more relevant than he is. There's that. What's the other theory is that it's Sunisha. We just I don't know. Like you see a guy who ate elephant fruit. Actually, fun fact I didn't know. The Sunisha's species, I forgot the name, but the name is a reference to Dali, because Dali, he's known for his
oh yeah, reference
yeah,
to his elephant with long legs.
yes, I didn't know, but yeah, all the because someone asked all the in the SBS a long time ago, what's the name of Sunisha's species, and I forgot the name, but the name is a reference to Dali. I think it's like Dali
Wait.
backwards, or I think it's called Dali elephant or something like that. But yeah,
I
it's
could
really
look
cool.
it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could look up while we talk. But um so yeah, Sunisha, like you see a giant that ate an elephant fruit, or you see an elephant that ate Pluton. Not Pluton, Uranus. The only ancient weapon that we haven't seen in the series. Because I heard a theory that Uranus could be a devil fruit. And I think that would be very interesting. Because Poseidon is a person, Pluton is a object.
Person. Wait, isn't
The-
Pluton
No, Pluton is the boat. It's the big giant
Yeah.
boat that
right.
yeah, that could destroy
I was
islands.
confusing them with Shirahoshi.
Yeah, Shirahoshi is Poseidon, and
Yeah.
then we haven't seen Uranus, but it would be cool if Uranus was a devil fruit. So maybe Sunisha ate Uranus, like human fruit model Uranus, whatever that entails. Another theory. This is a theory that I like. That Uranus is actually like the moon or whatever. Because is a Uranus the god of the skies? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it would be cool
Perhaps.
if yeah. So it'd be cool if Uranus was like the moon or whatever. But yeah, we really don't know much about what they're talking about Sunisha or whatever. Like because of since they were talking about this devil fruit, and then since Sunisha shows up, people think it's Sunisha, but this could be just a red herring, could be just all
Yeah.
messing with us. Yeah.
I
You
was
gonna say
also
something?
thinking like it could be someone on Sunisha, like not Sunisha itself,
That would be
but
interesting.
like
Someone on
yeah,
Sunisha.
like it's not like a devil fruit user, but like maybe like a stored devil fruit, maybe. I don't know.
That would be
Maybe my
I
own
think it's the
crackhead theory.
elephant because it's walking towards them. I don't know.
Yeah. Like we
Also, I
don't
was
know.
gonna add like besides being a play on the word Ganesha, the Hindu deity, its name in backwards is in Japanese means elephant resembling Dali's painting.
That's
Yeah.
really
yeah. So yeah, it's a really cool reference. So I guess that's the Sunisha talk. Since we really don't know much, I'm pretty sure this gonna be.
for now.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Maybe in the next couple of chapters or way later down the line, we will find out what this means. But yeah. Here's the cover page. Nijiji and Yonji, they're captured. So this is good. Oh, this is kind of good because that means there are consequences for at the end of whole cake.
Yeah.
You know, because some people are like, oh, there were no consequences at the end of whole cake. Jinbei, he's fine. His crew is fine. But now we know there was consequences, at least on Germa's side. And we still don't know if Jinbei, he lost like some life or whatever. Like maybe Big Mom took away a little bit of his lifespan. And then at the end of Wano, Jinbei is like, hey, I actually have like a year left to live, so let's finish this journey or whatever. You know, like Oda could do that. You know, also Pudding, she's right here. Maybe she could help Nijiji and Yonji escape. Maybe not, because Oven's right there. And yeah, like Pudding, Oven could be off guard, and I think Pudding could like do something with her memory abilities.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't think she's going to risk it. You know.
She might because it's for Sanji.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. But let's see what happens with that. And then like I was saying, the Fukurokushu fight. It's nice seeing this update of what's happening. You know, Raizo being a shad. You know, the fire's not affecting him, and Fukurokushu, he's complaining about the fire. You know. Also, I guess this also symbolically speaking, this probably shows their resolve. You know, like the resolve that they have for their masters. You know, like Raizo's resolve for Olden's will is greater than Fukurokushu's will he has for Orochi. And then it's nice seeing Jinbei. It's been a while we seen Jinbei.
Yeah, beloved.
So yeah, update on him. Chopper, he's back to normal. I'm pretty sure they're going to make toys, like pop figures or whatever, like figures.
Oh, there's already a figurine
of Gramp Chopper. Like
I think I've seen them. No, my bad. No. I've seen him in his little samurai outfit, but not this version yet.
Like
okay, I was surprised. Like, damn, they work fast.
They work fast.
I mean, yeah.
Now, this another side.
Oh, Brooks.
Obviously. So when you first read this, you thought it was Brooks?
Like, I thought it was too on the nose to be an actual representation of that. Like,
yeah.
Like, I thought it was Oda being like, like Brooks is a prankster. Like, he would do this.
He probably would.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was Brooks.
Yeah, I did. Like, I'm like, it could be Brooks, but like someone mentioned, that every time when Oda does a gag, he resolves in the next page, but he didn't. So that's like that's why he thought it wasn't Brooks. And also we find out that it wasn't Brooks because of the next chapter. Brooks. Yeah. I knew it wasn't. Like, I'm like, it cannot be Brooks because Brooke, he's like somewhere around. He's like nowhere near Sanji. You know. I mean not Sanji. Zoro. So yeah. That's
careful, you're gonna make the Zoro fans mad.
Yeah, people are gonna throw hands.
Yeah. But I'm like, it cannot be Brooke because he's so far away from Zoro. Maybe Frankie, he could like because you know in the next chapter we find out that Sanji. I mean, I keep confusing. That Zoro, he's falling off of Onigashima. So maybe Frankie shows up and like saves the day. You know, he does like a strong right, and then he grabs Zoro. Here's a little update on Iso. Iso got he shook them, but you know he got tagged a little bit because of the numbers. And then Cyberpole shows up, and then Iso looks like he's going to fight them. Do you think Iso is going to get off screen? I don't know. It's going to be 2-on-1, and from we've seen, they're very strong.
Yeah,
Iso's has been pretty weakened, so
yeah,
I don't know.
We're probably just gonna see them walking on screen and just Iso in the background.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen. And then if that does happen, I mean, Brooke will be like the only one to protect Robin. Which
Robin can protect herself.
Yeah, she could do the
Robin
little
can fucking
thing
body
against
two.
Black Maria.
Well, she is weakened. You know, she got very tired after the Black Maria fight.
I still think she can body them.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would say body, but I think that she could self-defense.
Like
she doesn't need pepper spray.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think she could body, but she could probably she could hold her own. But that in that case, Brooke will carry, but yeah, Robin will help out. I guess I will go back to this later because nothing happens here. It's just an update on Kasembo and all that. Big Mom, yeah, they got shook. They got off screen, Ken Law. Uh, okay. So what happens here? Yeah, Big Mom, she's about to leave, and Law does the crew. I remember Leo texted me why the Law sword got long. Um,
Viagra, man,
like,
Viagra.
yeah, I guess I will explain it here in the video, but this is just a theory that every time a Law does awakening, the length of the sword determines the strength of the attack. So because next chapter he does an even longer sword, and
Yeah.
the
And
attack
left
was
their
stronger.
big crayon Wano.
Yeah, so that's just a theory that the length of the sword determines the strength of the attack. And then Kid.
I wanted to add on the
Uh,
attack, on
okay.
Lost Attack.
Wow.
I thought, like, when I was reading this, I
Mhm.
made the mistake of reading it as Shock Wally and not
Mhm.
Shock Wild. So yeah,
Yeah,
that took me by surprise.
Definitely a choice.
I think it's German. I'm not sure, or Russian. The Willy. So yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Well, I have something to say about Kid's attack.
Go on.
Well, you can see here Punk Cornadillo.
Yeah,
So
Conradillo.
I don't have anything to say about Punk, but I want to brag, but I know what Cornadillo means. So
is the devil horn.
I mean, Dio means God, and
Yeah, Dio
Corna
mean God.
obviously means horns.
Yeah. So
So,
uh-huh.
specifically horns, plural.
Mhm.
It's basically in Italy when you do the devil horn signs, like that rock sign, the metal heads, rockets do.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like to ward off curses, evil spirits, anything that's deemed as malocchio, mal de ojo, like anything that's a
Uh,
curse.
Okay, I didn't know.
So, but it's also pretty interesting that, like, if you do it to a person, it's seen like as a middle finger, like something akin to that.
Okay.
that's really neat.
So it's very interesting that's getting referenced here.
Yeah. Like I knew it was the devil horns. That's the name of the devil horns. I didn't know the meaning behind all that. That's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So basically, Kid, he's flipping out Big Mom right here. that's
Yep.
basically that's basically what he's doing, and it did nothing. I'm just gonna say now it did nothing.
And
Big Mom.
supposedly, I think
uh,
Odo commented once that if a kid, like, the bull is the animal that resemble kid the most.
yeah, that's his
I don't know if
animal.
that's true or not, but like
No, yeah,
that's
he
what I've
mentioned
heard.
it. He mentioned it
Oh, okay.
SBS. Yeah, they always ask Oda was like these characters animals or whatever, like if they were an animal, and yeah, Kid was a bull. So yeah, but of course the next chapter we find out that the Cornadillo did nothing to Big Mom because Big Mom Kid fanboys they really like like Molly says their reading comprehension is zero because
Zero.
Big Mom she comments that Trafalgar's technique is dangerous. She doesn't brings up Kid and it's like she doesn't brings up Kid not once. Is
It's
so
tickled
like
her.
yeah, it tickled her. No, that's the next attack, but still, it did nothing to her. And like Kid fanboys, it's really hard for them to understand that Kid he has been like it's cool what he's doing, but it's still not as impressive as Law. Like
Yeah.
like I say, Law he's way above Kid. Kid he's trying, but Law is like heavily carrying this fight, and
Yeah.
then
Like I want to add, like,
mhm.
Big Mom here, like every time, every battle, like her double fruit becomes more versatile. Christ, like,
Oh yes, her
were you
bag.
expecting her to heal her own bones? Like,
No,
honestly.
of course not. I wasn't expecting that all. Her
Like,
bag.
she just gave part of her life to her bones just to heal them. Like,
Yeah, like
like not only one of
mhm.
the a scary fighter, but apparently like the best healer in this, well, one of the best healers in the series.
There's not that many healers in One Piece. Although he barely uses that ability. So it's nice that one of the strongest characters in the series has like a healing factor, you know. But
Yeah.
but yeah, basically, yeah, Big Mom, her bag of techniques just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you know,
Yeah.
you love to see her. You love to see it. Actually, okay, since we're talking about Big Mom's bag, like her bag of
Whoa.
abilities, whatever.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about her bags of abilities, you know, her
Yeah,
techniques and whatever.
Bag with the
Uh,
B. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Big Mom's a MILF. She deserves to be. She
No,
should have
bro.
that.
A gilf.
No. She's a MILF. She's a mother.
Are you?
She's almost a grandma también.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
does.
fair enough. But
Yeah,
MILF
yeah.
sounds sexier.
There's actually, there's this clip always goes around on Twitter that
The monster can?
What?
The monster can one?
Oh.
No, but
I think that's the one you mean. A fucking on its
Do you know
way
what
to
a
fuck Big
MILF
Mom.
is?
yeah,
Yeah.
that the Zoro fanboy 123. There's a clip of him. And he's like, I will raw dog Big Mom. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You should.
Like young Big Mom, yeah, but not current.
Yeah, okay.
Pussy
Thanks for the
shit. That's
clarification.
power. I'm not clarifying. Both of them. Let me at them.
I don't know because I haven't only seen the clip. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know which version Zoro fanboy was referring to. But
Superior one. The current one.
I hope not. But yeah, probably. But anyway, like I was saying,
Here's to hoping.
All right. Yeah.
like I was saying, when Kid and Law they did their awakening for the first time when they were talking about it. Although of course he doesn't mentions this, but I'm pretty sure the thing that Big Mom did that she made herself stronger. I'm pretty sure that's her awakening. Like you know, it makes sense. Like these two characters were talking about awakening, and then Big Mom out of nowhere she does this new technique. So I guess I think that was her awakening. Reading that chapter though, I thought that like before that chapter drop, I thought Big Mom awakening was going to be that she made herself younger by giving away like lifespan or getting lifespan, and she could like go back to her prime. So I thought that was like her awakening, like she could go back to her prime for a brief period by giving away lifespan. But what she did was still cool though. You know, that she gave away some lifespan to get stronger, which is I guess kind of what I thought about, but you know, different. You know. And then the healing thing is really cool also, which I also think that's like part of her awakening. You know, I guess Ola hasn't confirmed it, but you know that's what I think. What do you guys think? Do you think that's her awakening, or we still haven't seen it, or she just never going to use it in the story?
I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see it, cause like the only, like so far, like awakenings have been shown in different manners, cause like the most clearest awakening has been like in Paramecia's has been the Flamingo. Like he just turns the area around him to stream.
And
Like Katakuri does the same thing but with Moshi.
Yeah.
But like Law, he's a Paramecia, but like his is IMO very confusing. Like how his room ability works.
Okay,
You get what I mean?
think of it this way. This is what people are
What?
saying, like to explain Law's awakening.
Yeah.
You know, instead of making a big giant room, he just gives the object the room, and he
That's what I was thinking, but like
and then somehow that makes the room stronger, whatever, the ability is stronger, and like he could like affect you even like he could affect you more or whatever. I don't know. That's like
what I
one way
was
to-
thinking is that at least for increasing the size of the sword was he put the initial room in the sword, and what it does is the effect of the room is to increase the size of the blade, and what it will do is it's gonna be exponential, because like as the sword increases, so will the room. The room effect will get reapplied, so on and so forth, until it gets really big, like until he
Yeah.
decides to stop applying it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. You know,
I hope the audience does though.
we just still don't know, you know. But Kid is straightforward. You know, he assigns
It's
he
magnetism.
assigns magnetism to an object. So his is straightforward.
Yeah, like what I was
mhm.
getting at is like awakening manifests in different forms. Like we've seen awakenings that turns that applies the effects in areas of the string, mochi, and the magnetism. Laws is it as straightforward? I'm expecting like Big Mom's like being of a similar vein. Like I thought that she'll turn the area into a soul. You get what I mean?
Yeah. But you know, like I said, I think she has been showing her awakening, because although he loves to do this, that a character is talking about something and then another character does something that correlates to what the other character was talking about. So I think this is her awakening. It just she hasn't mentioned it yet. You know, it would be nice. Like, you know, like if I was writing it, it would be cool if Big Mom's like, you know, she says, "Oh, you brats are still too young for awakening. Let me show you a true awakening," and then she does her awakening. You know,
I mean, I don't know. I think her awakening might have been like a last resort, and I think she still had a
yeah,
bit of fight in her. But like then Law did what he did, so
yeah, okay, I
It
yeah,
could also
like
just be halfway there, kind of like what we've seen from Kaido.
yeah,
yeah.
oh, yeah,
Now, in his
yeah,
drunken state, he was almost there, so maybe Big Mom was almost getting there.
yeah, okay,
Like she
I
just
see.
didn't have the time.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
halfway there, and then they knocked her ass out.
Yeah, I'm going to briefly mention
And
this.
blew her up.
I'm going to briefly mention this wild theory I heard that let me go back a couple of pages. Okay, so this is not law ability. Is that the sword at AO through, and this is just the sword's through ability. It's just a wild theory. There's no evidence for it, but I heard it. I'm just mentioning it here. I'm pretty sure you guys don't agree with that.
No,
Right.
absolutely not.
Yeah, it's just wild.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone said, "Oh, he was just borrowing a little bit of Kid's ability, and that's why it's K Room." But then that would make no fucking sense.
That will make no
Imagine a
sense.
devil fruit that lets you borrow other people's devil fruit abilities.
Well, yeah, but Law in the next chapter, he basically uses Corazon's ability. Like he, like
Yeah,
Law.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we get there. We'll get there. But okay, let me. So yeah, it's cool. Big Mom, she does the Macer Saber, which I'm pretty sure you already heard by now that this is a reference to Godzilla, the Macer.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. Ken, although recently he's been using the characters, like he's been using the characters to talk to the audience about specific complaints. And Kid, in this moment, he says that everything he's been making is just scraps, right? So Kid fanboys are like, "Oh, look at that!" Although confirmed that Kid, all he's been using is scraps, so that means his attacks are not, they're not as strong as they could be. You get what I mean?
Oh my god.
And that if Kid was using good material, he will be at his full potential.
That
either
has
way,
some merit.
it does
But
have
shut
some
up.
merit. Yes, of course. I love this moment. I love this moment. Kid
That's
does.
what I love. Like
Mhm.
that's Satch Bell shit.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is some Satch Bell. Yeah, some Satch Bell.
Like this is what I expected from the magnetism awakening. Like doing the pulls. Like that's what I was initially expecting.
Yep. But then I love that Big Mom. She just turns around.
Flips.
Yeah, like although he's still showing that Big Mom she's a threat. And of course, also showing that Kid he's doing nothing throughout the whole fight. But yeah, Misery is really cool. The homing cannon Misery. I'm pretty sure you already heard by now. There's a reference to a anime called 3000 Leagues in Search of Mother. Also it looks like Mother Caramel and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You probably already know that. It's really cool. The Big
First
Mom.
it was a fire dragon, then we have a fire nun.
Yeah. Also probably using electricity. It's like a combination of everything that Big Mom has done. Something that I'm kind of disappointed. Mystery basically didn't do anything. Mystery was just there. Like, it was a cool attack, but it didn't do anything. But still, it's still cool. And then this yeah, Law does the shock wheelie. I mean not the puncture wheelie. It was also really cool. Is it like let me go back a bit. Is it in this chapter where this moment then. So let me talk about this moment. This moment was also hilarious. No, it's not this moment. Where was it? I know there was a moment where Kid and Law they were arguing, they were bickering, and Law was like
The
Kid,
elephant and the hippo.
yeah, the elephant and the hippo. That was hilarious because that's
I really want
also
to see an elephant.
because
A
that's basically
magnetic. Oh,
yeah, that's basically people complaints about Kid that Kid hasn't been doing anything impressive, and that's basically Law. I mean, although he's using Law, to bring up those complaints, and Kid's like, oh, you don't know what I'm packing, and then he creates the
can you go
the
back when it shows the puncture wall?
yeah right here.
This is
right
why
here.
I asked if Onigashima was on top of the cabinet or not, cause
No, it's not.
like
It's not.
yeah, cause they would have done a bit of collateral damage to the capital.
Yeah, yeah, and then yeah. Now Momo, he has been successful, and he's been moving Onigashima away from the capital. So
Yeah.
also I think other people have mentioned that Momo he's going to drop Onigashima on this crater, and then since everyone that everyone in Wano they're in the capital right now, so no one's right here, so it will be a perfect place to drop Onigashima right there. And then have you seen the new opening, the new One Piece opening?
It's so good.
Okay, Leo, have you seen it?
Nope.
Okay, but are you aware that for some reason the Wano openings have been spoiling the manga readers? Like,
Oh, no, I didn't.
for example, when in one of the openings, we see Denjiro. You know Denjiro? Remember Denjiro?
I think.
He's the last.
Do you the his hair changed and his face got stuck in that
Yeah.
creepy smile?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They
So
say I remember some things.
so in one of the openings they reveal that Denjiro he's actually one of the scabbers, and at that point in the manga we didn't know. People that was
I
a
mean,
theory.
they
That was
revealed that Drake was a swords, like was part of swords. They showed us Kaido's, fruit también.
the openings. Like
The openings went sick on that shit.
yeah, there was wild, but at least Kaido's through and Drake being sore we already knew that in the manga, but the Denjiro thing we didn't know. That was just a theory, and the anime they confirmed it. And then there's other spoilers right for the manga readers, but the reason why I bring it up is because in the recent opening Paint, there's a scene where there's like this big giant beam coming down from Onigashima, hitting Wano. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So people are saying that scene in the opening is referencing the puncture wheelie. I strongly I strongly disagree because during that scene the beam is hitting Wano. It's like the beam goes down and then it goes up and attacks Wano, like it destroys Wano. So that's why I don't think that moment is referencing the shock wheelie, the puncture wheelie, because the puncture wheelie just goes down and then it hits that spot. Also, it's a beam, so I assume it was Kaido doing that. We don't see Kaido doing it in the opening, but I'm pretty sure it's Kaido doing like a beam. But I just wanted to mention that because people were talking about it. Okay, so moving on. Kid does the railgun, and then it does nothing to Big Mom in the next chapter. Now we're
Railgun looks cool, but like, sadly doesn't do crap.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Okay, it does something. It doesn't injure her. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like Law is the one carrying here.
Yeah, he's strong. He's heavily carrying
Yeah,
he's heavily carrying this fight.
Kid is like the little brother, like playing video games. Like he's helping someone.
Like the controller's not plugged in, but they think they're playing along with you.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, the controller's not plugged in, and he thinks he's doing something. But it looks really cool. See, like
yeah.
There's
like at least I gotta get props there. Like it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks
He
really
got
cool.
the cool factor, DPS factor, non-existent.
Yeah. Like here
I
you
mean, to
can
be fair,
see.
it's a Junko.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, of
Like,
course.
like, like my only defensive kid is that he's going against me bomb. Like if it was any other, like if it was like someone, like below Junko level,
Yoko. Yeah.
it
Yeah,
would be impressive.
like a first commander. Yeah, this will be impressive against a first commander, maybe a
Yeah.
Amro. Actually, no.
When-
Okay. I guess I could mention this at the end, but I already mentioned the Amro, but this is something I didn't notice. This right here, you see this little black spot right here. Um, People are saying that it's not just a beam. Like Kid, he actually shot something, because that's how railgun works. You shoot
Yeah.
something at high speed. I didn't notice that. I don't. It hasn't been confirmed. It's just people theorizing. Big Mom, she smirks because it did nothing to her.
But can you go back?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's something minor, but I just didn't notice those kanji, next to the crater.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
the menace.
The menacing. I didn't notice the stream.
No, I didn't notice either. Yeah, that's that's cool. This moment right here, the after I blow this attack away, I'll let you. No, it's not this one. Wait a minute. But this is this moment where she's like, "I'll let you choose your fate. You can't either give me 50 years." No, I forgot what it was. That she was saying that this attack is tickling her. So in the official is different. She doesn't says that the attack is tickling her. She just says that she's going to counter it, that she's going to counter the attack. And because of that, people are saying that, that the scanlations always, the scanlations are biased. They're making Kid look bad, but, like, if still, like, just looking at the images and all that, Big Mom, she's smirking, she's not bleeding, she's not feeling anything, like,
This is all conspiracy by big scans.
Yeah.
big scans, they're against Kid.
Yeah, I promise,
So,
guys. It's the scans that make Kid look bad. It's only the scans.
Yes.
Yeah,
That damn big scans.
the big scans, man. They got well, yeah. So the previous scanlation group, they stopped doing scanlations because of that. They got big scan, but now we got the new scanlation group. But anyway, people, the Kid fanboys, only Kid fanboys are saying that, of course. But yeah, also this. Do you think this is Big Mom doing Conquerors hockey? So some people are saying that she's using Conquerors to deflect the attack. What do you think?
It's hard to say due to lack of color.
Yeah, it's very hard to say.
Like I was just assuming it could be Conquerors hockey, but like it could also be like a mix of her using Hera, Prometheus, like those three at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he's using the soul ability to take away their souls right now.
Yeah, so Pocus, but
Yeah.
it could also just be Kid's railgun. It could also just be that.
Oh, true. Yeah, like that's like the effects of the recoil. Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be that. And then but Big Mom, she's stealing the souls. I think I'm
There it is.
What was this one? Wait. But here, are you okay with Law constantly using his awakening? Because actually this was false. But people were saying that Law mentioned that he can only use his awakening once. I went back and read those chapters, and no, he didn't say that. So that was just a communication between the community. So after reading that, I'm fine with Law using his abilities back, his awakening back to back, because that was just
So wait, he didn't say that he was going to use his last attack.
When they first went awakening, Law. Well, this is what people thought Law said, but I went back and he didn't say this, but people thought that Law said that he can only use his awakening once, right? But I went back and reread that moment, and no, he said that that awakening uses up a lot of stamina, and that he hasn't used it in battle, like he hasn't used his awakening in battle, and that he's like he will use it for like a last resort. That's what basically he
Okay.
said. So
Yeah,
after
cause
we, Mhm.
yeah, cause that's why I thought, hey, cause that's why I thought he was a liar, cause some people were saying that since there was interpretation that it was his last attack, but he kept just choosing it.
yeah, he just
Like
kept,
people were saying,
yeah, he just kept
yeah,
going
like
and going.
yeah, like this is my people were saying like, oh, this is my last attack, huh?
Mhm.
And this is how they lied in the ancient times.
Yes, yeah, but no, I went back and no, he never said that. He never said it was my last attack. Now here, last chapter. So this one, he does says that this is his last attack, and then all the being inconsistent, you know, he does another attack. Well, now you could argue that he was just saying his awakening attack, like he's no longer going to use awakening. Now you could say this is not attack. This is just a passive ability. You know, he just yeah, this is passive. And him doing the slash right here is okay because it's not awakening attack. So he still has. You could argue that he still has enough stamina just to do a basic attack, which he does right here. So I'm kind of okay with that. You know, like between Dressrosa and Wano has been like months in story time. So maybe during that period, Law he got a bit stronger.
Yeah.
Characters they get stronger after an intense fight, and that Don't Flamingo fight was also very intense for Law. So it makes sense that he got stronger and his stamina, because that was an issue about Law, his stamina. So his stamina got better, and that's why he could like do a couple awakening attacks. That's just I just wanted to bring that up. Some complaints that people had. Now this was amazing. I love this. Him doing the silence, going back to Rocinante. Yeah. And then if you go back and read the flashback, Law, he said, Kid Law, he
What a
said
useless
that,
ability.
yeah, it was a useless ability. And then now in this chapter, he's using it to silence Big Mom and also to silence an explosion, which Rocinante, he does that in the backstory. So you love to see it. I eat this up every time when Oda every time when Oda does these parallels and these callbacks is amazing. So now the big question: do you think Big Mom she's out of the story? Like, do you think she's dead? Okay.
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Good.
Like she herself has said it, like that's enough to take her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like of course, like the narrator saying that they won, but like I'm pretty sure like she is out cold. Like she ain't dead.
I mean,
Yeah.
they won, and it's kind of like sumo wrestling rules. They knocked her out of the ring, so yeah, it's their victory.
I'm pretty sure like.
Mhm.
Well, no, never mind. Like I was gonna say, like even though like it's sumo wrestling rules, like she could get back to Onigashima with Hera, but then remember, oh wait, she has the she's muted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's a perfect analogy and example that you gave. That is like sumo wrestling rules that they won because they knocked her out of the ring.
Not because they like knocked her like cold. They just like threw her out the area, and like that's a victory. That's definitely a victory.
Yeah, that's yeah. Which I in my live reactions I always kept saying that that Big Mom she's not going to get knocked out or defeated or anything. That something's going to happen and that she's going to be like like she's not going to be like available
Killed.
during the rest of the arc basically. And something that I kept saying that it was going to be like an explosion. So I guess I was kind of right, explosion that happened, and so
on the nose.
Yeah. But now let's go back a bit and let's talk about. Oh wait, okay. But I guess to finish the Big Mom stuff, I know me and Molly we talked about this briefly in one of the videos. That do you still think that Luffy doesn't need to fight Big Mom, or like Leo? Do you think Luffy needs to fight Big Mom?
Me.
No, like anyone. Like, well, I was asking Molly, yeah, but Like if you want to comment also.
20 minutes. Like I said my piece. Go back and watch the video. I'll link down below.
Like yeah, okay. So you still think that
It'll be
Luffy
right
doesn't
back.
need to?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So Leo, do you do you think Luffy needs to fight Big Mom after Wano?
I mean, I guess you have to say that he beat all the emperors, I guess, but like Big Mama just got her ass. Well, I wouldn't say her ass, but like more like she got like she hit her head against versus Law and Kid.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it would at that point it would be bragging rights.
Okay. No,
Like
I well.
she
Uh-huh.
like, but like I'm pretty sure Morgan is gonna have a field day with this.
Oh yeah, Morgan will definitely have a field day with us whenever he hears the news about Big Mom getting defeated in Wano. But I'm still, I'm still under the impression that Luffy still needs to fight Big Mom. And actually a YouTuber did a video recently basically summarizing saying my thoughts that talk about Mr. Moore. She did a video recently about talking why it will be bad writing on all this part to drop the plot point that he's been setting up since Fishman Island of Luffy versus Big Mom. And then something he mentioned that Luffy versus Big Mom, he set up in Fishman Island. They really do hate each other, Luffy and Big Mom. They have like beef, like strong beef against each other, not like Kid and Big Mom. They have some beef, but it's not like as strong as Luffy versus Big Mom. And it just Oda has been setting this up for like a very long time. So, and also if Big Mom loses in Elbaf, that concludes her story. It brings everything back in full circle.
And if they do fight, it's not gonna be like to the death. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't think it's gonna be like any to the death type of thing. It might just be a fucking showcase, winner takes all type of thing.
Yeah,
Like a spar, if anything. Like I don't think it's gonna go into these like land destroying fights. If they do fight, I really don't think it's gonna be like as grandiose as any of the other Yonko fights.
I mean, I was thinking like if there's the last war, I feel like Luffy and Big Mom will fight there. Like she ain't gonna be the main bad guy, but they're gonna clash.
Like
Okay,
I don't.
yeah.
I think at this point, the moment for Big Mom to be a big enemy for Luffy and to have that fight has passed.
Like
So it
yeah,
wouldn't feel as good. You feel? So I don't think it's gonna be like a big thing. It's probably just gonna be like either like Leo say a quick fight, beat her ass, keep going, or just for funsies, por decirlo así.
like I'm not saying it's gonna be like a Luffy versus Kaido, that been going on for chapters and chapters and chapters. I just want them to fight, after after Wano, Yeah, I want that fight to end with Luffy winning. That's all I want. Because if they don't fight, although he dropped that plot point that he's been setting up for years, and also
That's
Luffy
true.
has, and again, like I've been saying, like everyone else been saying, Luffy has been saying time and time again, after Kaido, you're next, Big Mom. He made that promise with Karakuri, and Luffy has, story wise, there's, this has been setting up for years. So I just want them to fight. I just want I just want them to fight, and that it shows at the end of the fight, Luffy, he's definitely stronger than Big Mom. That's all I want to see, And then Karakuri, I guess he will like, because some people are saying after that fight, Karakuri will, like, leave the Big Mom crew, and the kids who don't like Big Mom, they'll also leave that crew, and Totland will be like Luffy's territory. I think that will be nice also, and that will be like the end of the Big Mom era. So yeah, that's that's what I think. And then this right here, continuing with the Big Mom stuff, that she brought up Roger. That's also very interesting. Actually, okay, Leo, yeah, you sent me that message. What do you mean? What do you mean by? Explain me that
It's a joke,
message.
cause like, I mean, it's a joke, cause like when Oda drops these big heavy lore drops, like he just like, oh, here you go, and doesn't elaborate. Like,
okay.
like I thought that we'll see this again anytime soon.
Okay. Because that's why I thought. I wasn't sure that was what the message was talking about. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
in that aspect, it always it's a lot like a Roger.
Yeah. But those really, I also eat this up every time one character brings up Roger. It's interesting that Big Mom, you know, like she's blaming Roger for everything, which
She has
uh,
a point.
yeah, she does has a point. It's very interesting. Like yeah, it's right. Roger he started the pirate era and then he died, and he left the remaining Yonko, the Yonkos to deal with his mess. It's a really nice perspective. I love to see. I love it when someone from the old generation just mentions Roger and reminisce about Roger and all that. So it's really cool. What do you think
Big Mom
about?
really wanted those One Piece spoilers.
Yeah, and then there's this meme going around of the Shad and like the Soy Boy meme, like the Shad and the Soy Boy. So there's this version going around where Big Mom, she's like the Soy Boy, and she's like, Roger, tell me about the One Piece, and Roger's like no. And then Roger, he's like to Whitebeard, do you want to know what the One Piece is? And Whitebeard's like no, and Whitebeard's like no. so that been going around. Now, I guess to finish off, what do you think about this about the Kasembo and essentially Big Mom? Seemingly, it looks like she defeated Kasembo accidentally. Because some people had complaints. Some people were complaining about this, like Big Mom helping indirectly helping the Straw Hats again. Because,
I love convenience.
You love convenient stuff.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, I interpret it as like since the bombs already was going to set up, like they were gonna set off and blew up. Like I thought like it just knew like, oh, my job here is done.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. Kazembo, he's like, oh, they're blowing up. Okay, my work is done, and that's why he's like Orochi-sama, and then he just withers away. But since we don't get, in here in this page, we don't get an update on Kazembo. Like we don't see him anywhere. He probably did wither away, because he thought his work was done. But I'm okay. I really I'm okay with Big Mom accidentally defeating Kasembo. Yamato, she did successfully stop the bombs. It's just Big Mom touching one bomb activate the explosion. So that's why they blew up. But still, I'm okay with it. I'm not like angry because there was some One Piece fans, they get angry for the littlest things, and they're like, oh, this is he fell off, it was terrible writing or whatever. But and then I guess, right? Yeah. No, wait, no. Oh no, that's
Yeah, I was missing something major.
Yeah, wait.
Skip those
I
panels.
was
Wait
very
a minute.
surprised. I was like, wait, to finish off?
Wait a minute.
Wait
Okay,
a minute, I didn't remember Moment of Glory.
It's Shotomate, espérate. There's this. Yeah, okay. So what do you think about this then? About the Joy Boy?
Was on bitch.
No, say that again.
Was onto something.
Yeah. So Leo, what do you think? Have you heard any theories about Joy Boy and Sunisha?
No, I just read this chapter today, so no.
Oh, okay. You haven't. Yeah, okay. You haven't heard anything. Well, I haven't heard much either. Honestly, now I think about it. This is I guess if I'm correct, this is the first time we hear about this about Sunisha being Joy Boy's companion, and now Oda he gave a date. He gave the crime happened 800 years ago. So
they're in Void Century.
Yeah. I mean, Joy Boy was either the cause for the Void Century or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Or he was there for the Void Century.
I think, if I'm correct, the Void Century is like 1,000 years ago. So this is like close to the Void Century, like after.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh wait, I was lying. I forgot something. Like, someone read commented that from Oda, how Oda was writing this, like it was hinting at that Joy Boy might have been a giant because of the giant straw hair.
Yes.
Sunisha being well, giant.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what else. Like there was a couple hints that Joy Boy might have been a giant.
Yeah.
I mean, people are theorizing that Joy Boy was Tunisia.
I haven't heard that one.
Me,
That's that's the first time I hear that one. There's this fan art that I've been seeing of like Joy Boy as a giant, and he's like petting Sunisha. You know.
that's
Uh,
I love that.
yeah, I seen that. Also, when the giant straw hat got revealed, there's another fan art came out of like Joy Boy as a giant, and like the older box, you know, the little where is it? Let me like the older text box saying Joy Boy from the voice center or whatever, and it looked really cool, you know. But yeah, this I don't know. I'm not a theory guy, so I really have nothing to say about this Joy Boy and Sunisha. I guess something I did heard that Momo probably knows way more than Yamato, because Yamato, they both read the Olden's logbook, but Momo, he probably talked to Sunisha during that period of Whole Cake Island. So when Whole Cake Island was happening, Momo probably talked to Sunisha a little bit more, and they probably talked about what crime he committed and like his history with Joy Boy and whatever. Because Yamato even looks like kind of surprised, I guess. I don't know. That's what I heard. That Momo probably knows more than Yamato at this point.
It's because of this that I think that Sunish is the one that has the devil fruit, because maybe the crime was eating that devil fruit.
Oh, actually, I haven't heard. This is the first time I hear about that. That the crime was eating the devil fruit. That's actually very interesting.
Initially, I thought Sonicho ate like an elephant soul, mythical elephant fruit, but like considering that's confirmed that it's its own species, I really don't know what to expect.
Yeah. Also, I guess since we've been talking about Sunisha ate a devil fruit, I disagree with this. People are saying that it makes no sense. You know, I'm just imitating the haters. Like, oh, it makes no sense for Sunisha to eat a devil fruit. He's always on water. But you know, if you're paying attention throughout the whole series, you could use your devil fruit on the water. It's just you're weak and you cannot move. Luffy throughout the whole series, he has used his devil fruit on the water.
And this creature is 800 years old. You think that at this point it wouldn't learn how to fucking walk on water?
and also Oda has he has brought up in SBS that there like if the water is like below the knees, not the knees, the elbow, not the elbow, the what they call the heel when it's like below the heel, the ankle, yeah, because I was thinking Achilles heel. So if it's like below the ankle, there are food users, they're perfectly fine in the water. Now Sinisha, he's very tall, so you could say the equivalent of his ankle is where the water is like touching him, like right. You could see that, you know, like
the ratio kind of works out. I mean, actually, no, it fucking don't, because the ocean's deep as shit.
Yeah, but Sinisha, he's like very
that's true.
Like
I mean,
Sinisha, like I think there's this diagram. I'm not sure if it's like canon. I think Oda drew it. That is like Sunisha's is touching the seafloor, but his head is like touching the Sky Island clouds. So and also throughout
No, okay, then yeah, the ratios do make sense.
Yeah, and also
during
during Skypiea, if I'm correct, they mentioned that there's different methods to go to a Sky Island, and there because you know the Godfall asked the Straw Hats, I think it was Godfall, like, oh, how do you got up here? And they like the knockout stream, and then they were like, oh, that's a very archaic method to go up here. There's like many ways to go up here, like safer ways. And so ever since Sunisha got into this, people say maybe Sunisha is one of the ways to go to a Sky Island, and the other way could probably be the Red Line. And this is where people were theorizing that maybe Edo, he's a Celestial Dragon, because from the Red Line he went to a Sky Island. So I guess I brought that back up, you know. So yeah. Anything else about the Sunisha stuff? I have nothing else really. I haven't heard anything else. So.
Fucking insane. haven't had a reveal like this in like a good while.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's nice that all the Joy Boy mentions are like starting to pay off, and we might get to know a little more about them.
Yeah.
And to bring it back, I was fucking right, bitch. If they give us more information on Joy Boy, my list might be correct. Only my number one though.
Let's see. Let's wait and see. But but yeah, I guess that's all. Any final thoughts?
Crazy good this week.
今週ワンピやばい。泣ける。はあ。
Oh yeah, One Piece was very good. Yeah.
Well, last week technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these chapters were very good. I've been enjoying Wano so far. Actually, I guess to finish our thoughts, what do you think about Wano so far?
I mean, it's been pretty fucking insane. We've gone in like amazing fights, but we've been having those for a while.
And then the lore.
But the lore drops have been fantastic. We get to see more of Jinbei, which is also absolutely fantastic. I miss my boy. So Robin's getting right.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite parts of Wano so far. Like, no, overall it's been really good because even though it's like a very like fight heavy arc, we're still getting a lot of like really good character moments and growth, and it's a really good balance. We haven't had in like a while.
Yeah. And then there's been a bunch of people, like a bunch of like book YouTubers that they've been getting to One Piece, and I've been enjoying their journey so far. And it's so different, their opinions on Wano, compared to the people who are reading week to week. Like the people who are reading Wano week to week, they have so many complaints of the series, like so many complaints of like how Oda has been writing Wano, like I don't care about the scabbards. You know, some people are saying like I don't care about the scabbards. Luffy, one dude on Twitter, he was giving like his complaints about Wano, and he was like, Luffy, he has zero connections to the characters in Wano. There's like there's no reason for him to fight Kaido. Kaido, he's a low tier villain. Kaido, he's not interesting. Blah blah blah. Yeah. And then it's so interesting, like these book YouTubers who are reading One Piece, they have like a completely different perspective on the series. Like Murphy, Murphy, she's one of the people who I watch, and like she's really enjoying Wano. Like she's like the way that he wrote the scabbards, I really care for them, their backstory, and like the complete opposite.
You want to know what the difference is?
I'm pretty sure.
Viewers have reading comprehension.
No, I thought you were going to say.
I thought you were going to say that they're more cultured.
No, they have reading comprehension. That's all you need.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And also, this has been proven. This is in the community. This is called the Dressrosa effect. So the Dressrosa effect, the Dressrosa effect is that when you're reading week to week, you have a completely different opinion compared to someone who's binging the series. Because
definitely.
If you're binging it, like if you're binging it, you're experiencing everything at once. So you're seeing, Oda's, like you seeing his plan from point A to point Z, and you see everything laid out. But while week to week, people it is valid their complaints. Some of them are not. But it's valid some of the complaints if you're reading week to week. So it's just I guess my final.
And you
thoughts.
also have a week to like think about what's wrong while waiting for the next one.
Yeah, especially during.
That's why I prefer to binge, because like I know like most of my complaints would be invalid if I read week to week, like because like most of those complaints would be addressed if I just like it's not Oda's problem, it's more of my problem and how I'm consuming the media.
Yeah.
And then it's so interesting because I think no other series is like that. I don't know. I feel like One Piece is like one of the few series that week to week, that's like the effect that you get.
I would argue that Black Clover is probably like that.
Oh,
because I know that if I had been reading Black Clover instead of like binging the entire thing, I'd have very strong opinions on it in the negative light.
Yeah, because like I mentioned in previous videos, I'm not today with Black Clover, but I do follow a couple of people who do read Black Clover, And then there's this joke in the community that is like, let Tabata, Tabata is the creator of Black Clover, like let Tabata cook, let him cook. And some people were like, yo, but the food is burnt at this point, like like just let him cook. There also people are saying that with My Hero now, I'm just throwing some shade on My Hero. Let Horikoshi cook. I'm not to date, but that's I've been hearing complaints, but
I caught up, so I don't know.
But yeah, I guess that's my final thoughts about I guess Wano so far. I think it's been very good. I still don't know if it's my top arc. I don't know. For me, it's very hard to rank the One Piece arcs. I don't know.
I can give a proper ranking until like I binge read Wano, so I can have an ideal opinion about like how the author intended to be read.
Yeah.
A Skype purist, so for me, Skype is always gonna be my number one. Do not at me.
To be fair, like see Wano, like it's gonna be hard for Wano to tell like an arc like Reverie, honestly.
Even though Reverie was
Reverie was told like fan service payoff after like a lot of chapters, like it was a monumental build up.
Yep.
Even though Reverie was like 6 chapters, but I get what you mean. I get what
you
mean.
He's right though. He got a point.
No, but Leo has a point. Like Reverie was insane, and it sucks. It sucks that although he had to cut the arc short because his editors were saying that cut this arc short. I'm pretty sure you heard about that, right, Molly? Although he had to cut it short.
It's a absolute tragedy.
Yeah, it's because the Japanese audience, they cannot read One Piece if Luffy's not in the chapter. It's like that, it's weird. Like it's weird, and we thought the kid fanboys are weird. We thought the kid fanboys were built different. But I guess to end the video, because if not, we will just keep talking. So that's the video. Leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you don't, and we will see you next time.